See this new hero that
Ooh.
I haven't seen in the DPC. I heard the panel talking about it, but I haven't seen the game where Chen was picked. Also, I'm wondering what the itemization is going to be, because you do have Broodmother who gets that Guardian Grease, so I'm wondering who's going to skip it, who's going to go for different item build this time around. And yeah, on Entity side, you do have, like, I'd say a bit of a slower start from position 4 and 5. It's not that strong safe lane where you have, like, you do have a setup with telekinesis, but the strongest combo I've seen so far with the Pudge is definitely Crystal Maiden, having an extra slow, and also that Frostbite, providing him some extra mana in the laning stage for the hooks. We'll see how this one will go. On the side of Nigma Galaxy, a lot of D-warding. Zeus plus Slark. I don't think you can ask for anything better in terms of you having better vision, having that night vision from Slark as well, scouting things out with the Broodmother. We've seen how annoying mind control can be in the previous game once he gets to his items. But might be a little worried. Like, they can't put the pressure. I want to see how much pressure they can put with this Chen and Broodmother onto towers.
Tell me. Nothing going on. Fake hype. Is this a lineup here for Entity that's going to kind of play their normal game where they play aggressively? As hold that thought. Esportsbet.io odds on your screen. Favoring Entity a lot more than the last game, I believe, that we saw. And, you know, at the current time, doing a little bit of a risk-free bet bonus, 100 USD. If your bet loses, get it back for free.
Yeah, I think Entity has better chances even in this one. Like, their draft in the previous game was like super slow. This time around they can play much more aggressive. They're gonna hit their timings earlier, especially with Stormstormer being on the Batrider. Looking at this mid matchup, Sumail starting with the Magic Wand, extra branch. It's pretty standard since you're playing against the Batrider, and a lot of the time it does happen. Batriders, they don't even get anything other than the stick in a palm until they hit level 5 if they can't find any openings. So they're just like, oh, maybe if I find something. And Fishman pushing out GH out of the lane relatively early on.
Yeah, I had some extra help when they landed the hook on the Tusk to start, but it's going to make that Tusk's life a little bit tough to just stay up there. And going back to your point about that Batrider, I'm just interested to see when they get up to that level 5 how Stormstormer's going to approach this, because we've seen a couple times that double flame break take, and I feel like Zeus is kind of one of those heroes that might be vulnerable to that.
Yeah, you might catch him during the heavenly jump if you time it correctly. I want to see if they can kill this top lane. Like, once you hit level 2 with the Nigma's off lane, it's a lot of damage. There's no point in Hunger. Hook underneath the tower.
Yeah, no snowball, so a lot of damage. Fade Bolt even bringing GH low again.
Good harassment, though. But once you start to put points in tag team, plus Insatiable Hunger, it's a lot. It's really a lot of damage. And this time around, like, because I talked about the CM as the lane partner for Pudge, it's Rubik this time around. We'll reduce some of the damage with the Fade Bolt, and we can see GH playing relatively aggressive on the top lane, blocking him, but will not commit to it.
Yeah, hasn't hit that level 2 just yet. He's about to hit it with one more creep, and now he'll be able to have Snowball, but he goes to the tag team, so he gets hooked under the tower, and he ends up getting sustained under tower. Still pretty vulnerable without that Snowball.
You definitely want to have tag team in this lane, because Broodmother early on does put a lot of right-click damage. How's this Chen doing? 0-0.
Pounce Leash bottom. They've been using this Tornado to try and get some extra damage on a Toby, and it's following him. It's very scary, but not that fast. Only, you know, the Tornado only has 125 movement speed.
I didn't know that. I knew it was slow, but didn't know the exact number. We'll definitely remember that one. So now the creep. Well, try to push out Toby out of the lane. This bottom lane going really well for Nigma Galaxy. 15 and 7 on Slark.
Watson, tag team, slowing him down, and has to walk all the way under the tower once again. And what's he dealing with in terms of regen? He does have a stick with 10 charges, but he's also trying to get to that early ring of health. Pounce leashes again. There's another Tornado coming the way of Toby. Sitting here in the bottom lane, which is also looking like Tornado Alley.
Again.
This is annoying.
Kuro's doing a good job zoning them out with this creep. He doesn't have another one, does have a Hurricane available later on. That's what's open for now. But yeah, there's some synergy in the laning stage. Penitence, then you jump on him, so you have more attack speed, more essence shift. You talked about the itemization on Watson. He is bringing out full Ring of Health. I don't think you can buy half Ring of Health, but yeah, this is going to be his sustain. I also want to see if GH decides to put another point in tag team once he hits level 3 to have this extra damage that they might need to take down Pudge, who is... He gets tanky. Like, with just 1 point in the flash heap, he is tanky. And this, again...
constant tornadoes. This is not fun to deal with. So now this Wild Wing doesn't have a lot of mana to work with anymore. It's 100 each time with a 200 max mana pool.
1 mana region per second for that Wild Wing creep. So we'll have it again in 20 seconds.
What's he picked up this time? Now he's also got himself part of the army, the Ogre Frost Mage. But since Chen left him, Amar all of a sudden taking some harassment with the Spirit Siphon and Kataomi going in with that Blink Strike.
And we thought the previous game was slow. 0-0, 5 minutes into the game, still no first blood. And as we said, Stormer, 3 points in Sticky, doesn't have anything else. Zeus is about to crack level 6 with the next creep wave, so this is the time where they want to put some extra effort on the side lanes, mostly looking at the top lane. This is where they try to get it, maybe even before that.
Ooh, Watson, now Shard's blocking him. Telekinesis throws him back. Doesn't land him on DGH, so, well, Watson gonna go down to mind control.
What we said about that second point in the tag team, plus Insatiable Hunger. It's way too much damage. Pudge is tanky, but the overwhelming damage and yeah, you don't have CM to protect you with this time around. Like to use the Frostbite to stop that right-click damage coming in. It's just a 5 Rubik.
This seems like a Rubik Shard game to me, a little bit, where you just have that extra save, right? Like snowball in, shards, maybe pounce. You just want to try and
Shard plus Force Staff, 2 great items.
Yeah.
Hook. We'll hook out the Siege Creep to stop any push. We see Kataomi lurking around the mid lane as well, but GH also looking for an opening here. Fishman looks pretty dead here.
Yeah, no mana for Telekinesis. He does have a couple of charges on that stick. He'll use it. Thundergod's Wrath, though, gets the kill on Fishman. They'll end up trading GH, though, and Watson getting that first point into the flesh heap.
A decent trade, I'd say, for Entity. They got some solo XP on Watson, getting him closer to level 6. This is the way where they can turn things around when they go on him. If he's level 6, dismember and use the flash heap plus rot.
Are you a Zeus ult now, Ping Enjoyer?
No. Oh, but maybe a couple of years ago when we had very limited voice lines and everything, but now there's way too many of the good ones, so not happening anymore.
Just not in the rotation anymore, okay.
You could put it in if you have Zeus in the team.
Yeah. Zeus was one of those first heroes that I learned. I just kept asking my friends to ult when I should ult. Just 60 minutes of me asking. So, right now just 2-1, and top of the net, Stormer doing a good job on this Bat Rider, who has gone to the double in the Firefly with the lasso as he's hit level 6, so he's got 4 in the Sticky Napalm, so no Flame Break for Stormer. And Amar, not struggling, but definitely not too comfortable at the moment.
Lane looked really good at the start, and Stormer, he'll find Brood.
Yeah, they have the lasso, the damage is there with the Firefly, so no
Very
way that
nice
Mind Control gets
rotation.
out.
Understands exactly where he is, gets the kill. We'll go back to jungle farming. Maybe stack it one more time if he can. And Kuro blocking the Ancients with the Sentry.
Ooh, didn't block the stack, though. Just a second off.
Oh, it's an Observer Ward. Never mind. So but it's an Observer called Sentry. I always get baited by that. Thank you, Snaking. He's the one who started this dirty little trick.
Yeah. It's not fun for observers, or us. We see Sentry, we think Sentry. Telekinesis, GH. Oh, he'll snowball all the way across to the neutrals, and the damage is not going to be there.
Ooh, very close. Raindrop keeping him alive. Yeah, if you have Dota observers for the games, why don't we have Dota sentries as well? Like, it should be a job title. Shout out to our observers and the sentries.
I mean, I guess sentry's another, like, word for observer,
Just have
right?
one guy who's focused on the sentry wards, like counting down the sentries.
Oh, okay. Has to know the stock at all times. Does that mean we're also going to have Dota smokes? Where they just watch the smoke amounts at all times as well? Toby. Run down, and another tornado in the alley. That's going to be
First usage of the bots.
Toby, and
Kuro.
yeah, to travel. Stormstormer
Looks
coming over.
very
No
dead
lasso.
here.
They do have Sumail, though. Is he dead?
Never mind.
Got Toby at about half health. Heavily jumped towards Stormstormer. Thunder God's Wrath, and now they get the kill into the Bat Rider. They're still looking over at Toby. Toby moving forward with the Spirit Siphon, but Amar, well, he's waiting to use that Dark Pact and have that pounce. They still get the kill on Sumail, and now Blink Strike silence onto this Slark. Slark getting really
Another
low.
Siphon.
Spirit Siphon and a Crib Swarm, and Amar falls.
All three of them actually fall.
What?
Just. Ooh, they also pick up the Bounty Rune. They're getting the levels in this lane. Watson,
Watson.
does have a hook.
Oh, good
Ooh.
snowball juke, and now Watson doesn't want to chase.
He's pushed out of the lane. This tier 1 tower will fall. Stormstormer, Boots of Travel, not available for 30 seconds, so he can't be there. They don't have that hero that's going to soak up the damage, who can like sit in Broodmother lane and not get punished. Maybe if Pudge gets to his Vanguard. I don't even know if he wants to buy a Vanguard. If he wants to sit in the lane, I think Vanguard's fine, because they don't have the hero. Ricky can't do it. Batrider can like do it once, but then like once the Firefly is down, Broodmother can do whatever she wants. Okay, so speaking of the itemization, I was curious how they're going to itemize. It seems it's going to be Broodmother going into Pipe and Chen going into Mech.
Yeah, so Guardian Greaves potentially in the future for Kuroki. He's got a good amount of farm right now. He's only a little bit behind Fishman on this 5 Rubik, who's got Arcane Boots. As I guess the question's still there for them, but they'll get Arcane Boots, also get Toby. He's got Arcanes going into the mech, and he's almost got that too. So it looks like Guardian Greaves in Toby's future.
They can see Stormstormer farming, but who's going to rotate? Amar is going to be the one. Does have that ulti available. Rest of the team also coming in.
Sumail's here. Stormstormer throwing out a sticky napalm, and they've got the Blink Strike. Kuroki now on the run. Crypt Swarm, Lightning Bolt from Sumail. Smokescreen on all 3. So that means it's just nothing coming out from the Zeus. We'll use that Tumbler's Toy as well as the Heavenly Jump to get away from the side of Entity. But now Amar pouncing out of the low ground and getting away from these heroes. Meanwhile, going up towards top, they've got the Dismember on a Mind Control. Stormstormer immediately changing objectives, going for Mind Control with Watson. Firefly still going. That means he's able to get into the trees and find this Broodmother and get a kill.
Stormstormer, he's all over the place. Panel did mention that, you know, everyone heard about the Stormstormer's Invoker, but his Batrider has been really impressive. And this Cloud is always going to be a threat against the Snowball save that you can't do it, like even when you pick up the Blink Dagger, if it's nicely placed. And something that Slark doesn't like to play into.
Man, it's been a problem for Sumail too, right? Like in a couple of these fights, he's just been in the smoke screen. And
yeah, you can't
what
use
is Zeus
Heavenly
output
Jump.
then?
You can't deal damage. Haste Rune, Stormstormer definitely wants to pick up that one.
Picked up by Fishman, Telekinesis, and now they've got the smoke screen again. That means no Snowball, so...
Ooh, that would hit. If he doesn't use Heavenly Jump, it would definitely hit. Entity opening the map so much. This Boots of Travel pickup on Batrider, it's pretty standard, but the way they've been playing with it has been pretty impressive. The first rotation from Stormstormer, even without bots, TP Stop gets the kill, then TP Stop again, and we talked about the Watson itemization. He did pick up that Vanguard in the end, so he can sit in the lane where Broodmother is. They needed to make an adjustment. Like, sure, you do buy an item if you're having that good of a time, but his start was not as good as we've seen some Pudges have.
Yeah, so it started off really quiet. We didn't get first blood until like 6 minutes into the game or something like that. And since then, 7 more minutes, all of a sudden, the game's opening up a little bit more. We see a lot more aggression from Entity. They use that Exorcism to get the bottom tier 1, and it feels like this is more Entity's default game plan, where it's just push and be aggressive and try to catch Nigma
Get
Galaxy
the pickoffs. Nigma does have really bad gank, because you need to rotate with the Tusk. You probably need to rotate to Broodmother's lane before Slark gets his Diffusal, which he's getting closer to. All Entity needs to do is try to get the pickoffs and dodge this big team fight that the Nigma Galaxy is going to look out for, where they group up with the mech, with the pipe on Broodmother to soak up most of the damage from Entity. Watson stacking for himself, finding that farm. Level 10 now.
By the way, Kuroki, at least for now, he's got the mech queued up and then drums. So not the full Guardian Greaves at the moment. Let's see what he ends up deciding to go for. Smoke screen, blink strike twice, throwing him inside the smoke screen, and now they've got the dismember to pull him back in the smoke screen. So mind control. He'll go down to Watson.
They also didn't use Lasso this time around. We'll have it for the next fight. Stormstormer dominating this game. Top net worth, just 1,000 gold away from his BKB. Once he gets in with a BKB, they really don't have abilities to stop it. There is a punch, but I don't think he cares too much about it.
Yeah, and this just shows the differences between the mids that they picked, right? Like, I think the matchup pretty much went evenly, except for Stormstormer going to the boots travel, and he's just a more available mid, right? He's able to go around and help with these pickoffs, and that's exactly what he did to start off the kills, right? When he went top with the boots travel and initially took out mind control.
Yeah. Zeus was involved in the first kill with his ulti, of course, but other than that, we haven't seen him move to the other lanes and help out. So mind control this time around might be in trouble one more time. Kataomi's cutting things out.
He keeps trying to come back here top, and it's starting to be an issue. Like, he can't reliably sit here.
And it's a 15-minute mark. Ricky has enough money to buy that shard, needs to use the courier, and it's going to be sleep setup for a hook.
Yeah, welcome to Sleep City, and the combo is, well, the hook, like you said. So let's see if they can be careful, and we'll see if Nigma can kind of go about this, because in the previous Ricky game, when they had Kuroki on the Ricky, they had themselves an Abaddon, and it's not much here for Nigma like that, and well, Snowball comes in, but Amar gets caught, so he's just dead so quickly, and they're going to follow this up with a kill on a GH2. Like, the smoke screen just proving to be very
tips
difficult.
for Amar.
Another game of tips. He'll have those Dota Plus sets soon enough with all these tips. Stormstormer top, again looking over at Mind Control. Flame Break pushing Mind Control closer to Stormstormer. Lasso already on cooldown. And they've got the Centaur that misses the stop, but Kuroki's here. Watson over to the side, maybe looking for a hook to find an opening. We'll see if he's able to get anything with Sumail now running after Stormstormer, but here's Watson with a dismember, so they don't have Zeus to do anything. Hand of God, smoke screen down. Zeus can't do anything without his spells.
One more time.
And now Sumail just out of it, but the Blade Strike, the Thunder God's Wrath are enough here. So Watson with another kill. He's right on top of Kuroki. They're going to get themselves a Chen. It's a double kill for the Pudge. And they continue one after the other to get these kills. Now asleep onto the Tusk, which means what? Another kill, another smoke screen, and another one tallied to the mark here for Entity.
Now, this smoke screen has been causing a lot of issue. This is also a fight where Nigma Galaxy's lineup was supposed to be really strong at, and as time goes by, this lineup is just going to get weaker and weaker, while Entity, you have this BKB picked up on a Batrider. This first attempt of Amar trying to go in with his Diffusal Blade didn't really help out, and you can see he understands where the threat is coming from, going into BKB next, but they can still use the Sleeping Dart into Pudge, into Lasso, hold you inside way too many BKB piercing abilities, and this time around, Toby does have Guardian Greaves while there's only a mech available on Chen, so expect Entity to go around. They want to have They want to kill this tier 1 tower on the mid lane, especially now that Watson did pick up his full Aghanim Scepter, so reducing that healing is going to be very crucial. And it also opens up the Roche. Toby is level 12 with the Exorcism, so they can force a Roche fight with it.
Yeah, this is that was all pre-act, which was a big issue. Lasso, the Diffusal, inhibiting him. Hook actually doesn't land onto the Slark, but he's telekinesis back into the smoke screen, so he just cannot do anything pre-BKB, and Watson with another double kill. That's how many on the Flesh Sheep are? 10.
Kataomi has been all over the place, setting things up with his Sleeping Dart. Toby does have Exo available, will pop it. Vision has already been planted. There's a triangle of Observer Wards from Entity that scout things out, and they want to kill MC one more time. Kataomi setting things up. Stormstormer is there, no Lasso available, but they still might be able to get him.
Yeah, Blink Strike, initial slow. Like you said, no Lasso, but Blink Strike is a slow, and the
Dart
Flame Break
is available.
It's going to be combined with the Sleeping Dart, and Mind Control in his dreams, hopes of living, but in reality, he's dead again.
This game looks I'd say almost unwinnable for Nigma Galaxy. It's an 8k gold lead, but their draft doesn't really scale that well. The Entity's not going to let them breathe. Can we see the Dota Plus? I want to see what Gaimin thinks about this game.
He thinks that Slark has 0 essence shift stats. No stolen agility. 86 to 14. Oh gosh. I'm surprised it's 14. I feel like that's a little bit high. What do you do? Like, he's not even going for the BKB anymore for Sark. He's going into a Mage Slayer.
Trying to itemize more cheap, but I don't think that's going to save him. There's still BKB piercing abilities. This is a tough game, tough ask for him to survive. They need to get a 1-4 staff. There is none being queued up at the moment. I think as a Tusk, you might need to change your mind, because even if you pick up a Blink Dagger, it's not going to change anything. You still can't save people if there's Cloud on top of someone. So very, very difficult. And now 50 seconds until next EXO. They can start going for these kills one more time.
Smoke screen. That leads to the hook, and he'll go to the ulti, but the rot with the Ags. Sark trying to run, scooped up by the snowball, but they've got the lasso. They'll follow it up. They'll get the kill. Onto Amar. Look over at GH. Another smoke screen's down. Thunder God Draft doesn't do the damage to get the kill on Watson. He's still surviving with a dismember, but he's trying to run. He's got the Seeds of Serenity healing him up, and he has himself an Aegis anyway. So second life available for this Pudge. Flame Break lands on 2. Kuroki, GH both in trouble. Snowball again pulling both heroes over, but that's going to throw him back into the smoke screen and lead to Watson with another double kill. That's 3, 4, 10, 20 double kills. I don't know.
9 in total, and he just picked up a Blink Dagger. This amount of slow, never mind, he sold the Blink Dagger going into BKB next. So you have Rot, you have Stick in a Palm charges. It's way too much slow, especially if you get a couple of those charges up. They try to save Amar, full pipe, mech, and also Hand of God, but still not enough. That healing getting reduced by Aghanim Scepter on Pudge. Right, looking at the score, 420. Now it's the best time to smoke.
It is. So if you've got one, smoke them. So let's see what they do. And Stormer looking for the Octarine core. He's going Blink. I mean, he's been able to stay on these heroes anyway with this Bat Rider. Just farming up.
He didn't die. That one death, but that's pretty much it. He can move around freely. We said it's just Walrus Punch, and it's not enough to kill the Stormer. They don't have that like stun lockdown, so they can't bring him down from 100 to 0.
Just looking for options here for Nigma. Going Shard next for the Depth Shroud on Slark. Then BKB again, but like, it's such a long process, right?
They're also sitting underneath the ward, and they're not de-warding that. Like, they do have Slark, they do have Zeus, but in terms of vision, Entity did manage to plant the wards and fight underneath the vision. Toby, EXO available on the mid lane.
Yeah, I'll probably use it after they get this tier 1 tower, especially if they're able to get a jump here. They've
plus
got
double damage. Like, they don't have the best double damage carrier. It's Bat Rider and Pudge. Pudge damage is pretty high, but he doesn't get to hit much in the fight.
Maybe spotting Kotomi. They've got that Blink Dagger to have the lasso with that initiation. And a BKB here for Watson, so he's going to feel a lot more confident. Katomi's going to break the smoke, so they've got the vision up on the cliff. Amar over to the side, hit with the hook. There's the follow-up. Not yet.
BKB available on him.
And now looking to survive, but eventually they're going to be on Amar on the other side of the fight. They've got themselves Stormer. Flame Break hits onto Amar. They're going to burn him out and get the kill. That is without the lasso, without the dismember. Now they look at Kuroki. They have the Spirit Siphon. And Blink Strike from Katomi. Now a smoke screen. That helped him to get closer. The hook lands from Watson. He's got another double kill. Mind Control on the run, but there's the dismember from a distance, and it will be Fishman who gets the brew, stomping on this spider and squishing.
If it was any other team, I would have said that they call it. They understand that they missed their timings, but Nigma plays it out until the end, so we can expect them to play this one. And yeah, you see Amar pinging out Ricky is missing. Ricky definitely is missing, setting things up for his team's 2-0-15 on Kataomi. Anything that can be annoying, Kataomi will play it.
Yeah.
Tilt Master with Treant Protector in the previous game now on Ricky, holding onto Philosopher's Stone, finished off Ether Lens, so even more ranged on that Sleeping Dart.
Yeah, if you just hover on that for a second,
It's full screen.
Yeah. God. Kataomi, a.k.a. the Sandman, putting you to sleep.
Prolong the inevitable?
And, yeah, he's asking the right questions. Why prolong the inevitable, right? You were saying it. Any other team, maybe they call GG, and Kataomi's asking the same questions. As they'll use the Exorcism, go to the bottom tier 2. No way to stop this. They're still trying to farm up these items. They've got Zeus going for a Lincolns after picking up the Octarine Core. And again, like I said, Slark wants the Depth Shroud, but I don't even know if this keeps him alive.
He doesn't get to use it. Like a Force Staff would definitely help out, but none queued up at the moment. There is this Vlad's, there is this Pipe on the Broodmother, Chen, Mech going into drums. Like, all these items are good at team fighting, but their damage is non-existent. When it comes down to damage, like having this Chen plus Broodmother. Can we also see the Slark's damage in this game? I don't think he's been able to hit anyone besides the laning stage.
4,700.
Second
so
lowest. Third lowest.
He's kind of tied with Chen. Almost. Look at this. Just Kataomi finding information. He'll see GH. Put him to sleep. Landing the hook. There's no snowball. And there's no Tusk. Watson, beyond godlike, because he is 12-1-6. And nobody is stopping this Pudge with an extra 34 strength. Good timing on the Dark Pact, holding the lasso.
They also do have a gem. We've seen Fishman pick it up relatively early in the previous game. 25 minutes into this one, he also got it. And look at Fishman. He's the one. He's actually the Chen. He's the Chen himself. Having that Holy Persuasion, I was like, Radiant Creeps? What is that? But
yeah, Fishman, he's now saying, "What, you know, I can do it better than you." Ooh, hopping over the hook there with the Heavenly Jump. Close, but not landing. Entity not pushing through just yet. Almost like they're playing with their food a little bit.
Looks like it. They can't wait for the next Roche. Pop the XO, force Nigma to fight in there. With every minute that passes, their lineup just gets much stronger compared to Nigma's, where you have this Broodmother who's trying to go into Hex. We've seen that MC did some really nice things with Hex in the previous game, but this time around, like, I don't think it's going to be enough. Watson lands a hook.
Oh, dear. That's another dead GH. Look at how big the smoke screen is now. Of course, it's got that extra 60
smile.
Radius.
The smile after landing that hook. It's the feel-good moment. One of the best ones in Dota for sure.
What's the percentage on hooks hit? Do we have that? On control. Spotted, and now a couple of Fishman webs will come through. They've got the silence again, and they'll get another kill on to the Broodmother.
Yeah, Fishman got that spin web, and now he can catch the fish himself. He can catch Slark in the web.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds good to me. The webs laid over the webs. It just looks...
Next Roshan will respawn in 2 minutes, so they can wait it out. Slark did pick up the Mage Slayer and that Depth Shroud that you mentioned going into BKB next, but it's going to take a while.
Also wants that Ags. I will say I'm a little shocked that they've gotten this much time for him to potentially get this BKB. Thought Entity would be a little bit more willing to push up out of the high ground. I don't really see them losing a fight trying to charge through, but I respect them to kind of keep their patience, right? Don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, for sure.
Minute and a half till Roche.
Ooh, this is a big one. Stormstormer with the Arcane Rune and Octarine Core.
Thunder God's Wrath will scout as Sumail was looking for the Lincolns, still is searching.
It's a good game for Lincolns where you're playing against Pudge, you're playing against like Ricky Start, Lasso. But in terms of damage output, they still might be limited. Ooh. Asleep.
Yeah,
Does not want to commit. Kataomi dropping very low this time.
they've got the Walrus Punch and the Snowball, so they finally add another kill. As now, it's dangerous, though. Bottom lane, Sumail hit with a Flame Break. They'll get the kill. Stormstormer takes out the Zeus. Amar. Uh-oh. Well, you're going to get into the Shadow Dance. You've already used the Depth Shroud. The Blink right on top of the hook hits again. Watson just never missing a hook. I'm going to say it's 100%. That's what I think.
He just missed one on top. So it's not, but it's like 85, 90% definitely. And now
Toby? Without the team, he's by himself, and he's Spirit Siphoning all the way back to half health.
Used all 4 Spirit Siphons.
He had like no health left.
Guardian Greaves, that Guardian Aura kicking in.
Oh,
extra armor, extra regeneration, pops the pipe. I think they lost the damage from Tag Team. Tag Team ran out, so they
Here comes Stormstormer
didn't
again.
have anything.
Blink, Walrus Punch. I don't know if that's going to help you, GH. Flame Break, Firefly. I don't think Lasso's even necessary at this point.
2 Flame Break charges, level 20, Octarine Core, going into Hex, Refresher next. Oh man, this game just keeps getting rougher and rougher.
At least they have 5 now. Oh, that hit something. That counts.
It's a hero.
I'm still at 100%. I didn't see that one up top. All right.
Another Zeus ulti
Seether
to
and Roche.
scout things out. 25. There goes your 100% B-Cup.
Wait, did he just miss one again? No, he's fine. 25% accuracy, that's a lie. Somebody edit that. That number seems low.
He tried, but hit spiders a lot of the time.
Those count. That hit something. It's not a whiff.
It's a hero.
Hey, you know, if you catch bait fish, you still hit a fish.
Ricky. Oh, Lasso.
Lasso.
Can't get out of this one.
Snowball's not going to be there in time, and then Snowball all the way over to Stormstormer in the Firefly. Shards, that's not going to be it. Kataomi's here with the silence, and they'll get another kill. It is another one for Watson, who is beyond godlike again. Still. Continue.
Again, I've said it once or twice already, but using the snowball on top of the cloud makes it almost impossible. Like, you might need to blink on the edge of the cloud. Stormstormer does not have ulti available, but will pop a BKB. They're trying to keep him alive. They're not going to do it. Flame Break. Stormstormer will be able to blink out if necessary.
If he wants
Ooh.
to. Right now, 4 staff though, and that's why 4 staffs are great. Gets him away from the Brood Mother. They've got 8 stacks, 10 stacks of the Sticky Napalm. Put you to sleep, put you to the grave. And
Double
down
godlike.
goes Mind Control. But can he get beyond godlike? That's the real question.
Judging how Nigma plays, I think the answer is yes, because they're not going to GG out. They're waiting until the end.
Chat, 1 for yes, 2 for no. I want to see those numbers. So Amar, hook, that one. It was used. It didn't miss. It was scouting. There they go. Dismember onto Amar. They've got the silence. They'll hit a Fade Bolt. Watson with another kill. He still continues to be beyond godlike. He has 42 strength because of 21 stacks of Flesh Eat. Lasso onto this Tusk. GH is going to be in a lot of trouble, but he'll snowball right onto Stormstormer, who will get another kill for Watson. Another stack for Watson. Keep the tally going. I think Watson, he has more Flesh Heap stacks in this game than Nigma have kills in this series.
That's should be a close one, I would say. But he's been popping off. Both, like all 3 cores, pretty much. Toby, they didn't even kill him one time. That moment where he dropped super low, but the Ice Frog effect kicked in. The casual Death Prophet, 4 Spirit Siphons, make it 5 now with the Shard upgrade.
Yeah, that is it the Ice Frog effect or is it plot armor? Because you get low and then somehow still survive and you're still at full health. Well, sleep, silence, you got your Shadow Dance off, and you'll try to salsa your way back up into the high ground.
Last tier 2 tower standing on top, so Entity will go and close this one. Holding the Aegis for 2 minutes. We'll smoke. Let's see, Kataomi.
Radiant's top tower is under
Very
attack.
annoying. We'll break that
Lots of-
smoke immediately.
Blink, Dismember, and they've got this Tusk in trouble. They've also used the lasso. It's on the mind control over to the side. They get the kill to GH. They'll take out this Brood again. Now 2 heroes beyond Godlike.
I'm no expert by any means, but I think this game is pretty over now, especially with the Exo. Zeus will use ulti to, again, scout things out, deal some damage. Hook.
Oh, Hook! Scouting. Didn't miss. It got info. Opium. Bottom tier 3, it will die after this glyph. And there they go. So now the Racks are in trouble. Can they do anything to stop this? They have no mind control. That is, maybe that. I don't know. That was kind of scouting as well.
Radiant's bottom barracks
Tier
has
3
fallen.
tower gone, full barracks gone. Mar still trying to find farm and get that BKB going. 31k gold lead, 34 minutes into the game.
So that's what the ATF stands for. Always trying to farm.
Go on.
That's all I get? All right. Well, at least it was a reaction. That's all I can ever ask from you.
Hex now available on Stormstormer. He can initiate with the lasso, follow it up by a Hex.
They've got the lasso, they have the silence, they'll get the kill on a Sumail. They'll look over as the Blink Dismember comes through on a GH.
And the
Now,
hook as
the
well.
hook hits on a Kuroki. Pull him into the snowball, but that will lead to Stormstormer getting GH, Toby getting Kuroki, and, well, Entity getting this tier 3 tower over mid.
Hashtag never don't give up. My favorite.
Oh, hook hits again! 100%. That's going to be a sleep afterward. They've got the Hex. They'll get the kill. They'll take out Mind Control. That's 4 heroes dead on the side of Nigma Galaxy as this Aegis expires. Octarine Core picked up by Toby. And this tier 3, while not quickly, will eventually fall as there's another glyph coming out from Nigma. They're holding on hope as, well,
It did reset 40
they've got
seconds.
the BKB on Amar.
Let's see how this one's gonna go. Well, he's not enough. He's actually
Got the
AFK.
TP. There we go.
Never mind. He's gonna TP back.
No, he's ATF, not AFK. Never a winner. So they're just going to smoke and try and wrap around and maybe take a fight here. One that could potentially be victorious for them. Everything's 50-50. You either win the fight or you don't. And they're going to jump in with the Walrus Punch. They've got the snowball to follow it up. They'll go after Fishman as the BKB is going to be popping right into the Dismember. So Amar's going to be controlled. He's only level 16 of the 23 of Watson. They go to the hand of God. They've got the suit. They'll hit the hook. It's on a Sumail. Amar trying to help out this Zeus, but even with these right clicks, Watson's literally losing 0 health. They'll get the kill on a Sumail. They'll look over as the Shadow Dance is going to end. He'll do the cha-cha slide right into the grave as they've got themselves a second. And they will lose nothing again. Lasso one more time at a Kuroki. GG is called, and Entity will win the series 2-0.
They've had enough. They GG'd out 45-5. Entity complete domination from the laning stage. Stormstormer on a Batrider. Like the way he opened up the map was